First we will do theorem of total probability. Okay, logical चीज है, समझने की कोशिश कीजिए. Total probability. One diagram I will draw and everything will become clear just by one diagram. Okay. Now let us say you have a sample space. Try to understand. You have a sample space, right? And in this sample space, there are various events which are demarked in this manner. Okay. Let's say this is an event E1, this is an event E2, this is an event E3, and this is an event E4, right? And this is my sample space S. Try to understand. Once this diagram is clear, everything will be clear. These events are such that they are all disjoint event. E1 intersection E2, intersection E3, intersection E4 is actually a null set phi. There is no intersection between them. I'll give an example, then it will बैठ जाएगा. However, if I take E1 union E2 union E3, this thing happens. Union E3 union E4, then don't you think I should get the sample space? They are events. You first leave the pen and paper, just try to understand this. Once you understand this, then everything will be clear. These are events. Within these events also, we are trying to see occurrence of another event. Let us say now there is another event which is A. A is an event which can happen in this possible manner. This is the event A. Means A E1 से भी हो सकता है, A E2 से भी हो सकता है, A E3 से भी हो सकता है, A E4 से भी हो सकता है. Try to understand. Now let me give you an example, it becomes easier. I have 4 boxes in this room. Each of these boxes contains different combination colors of balls, but there are some red balls in every box. All these boxes can be taken as E1, E2, E3, E4. And occurrence of red ball as an event. The red can pop out from E1, the red can pop out from E2, the red can pop out from E3. Are you understanding? You are trying to find out the occurrence of A. So A can happen from where? That I get a red ball from box 1, I get a red ball from box 2, I get a red ball from box 3, and I get a red ball from box 4. Now, when I'm seeing A coming out from E1, this is the probability of A coming out from E1. That is only this portion where A is intersecting with E1. Then A with E2, A with E3. So, if you see the total probability of A, I will say it like this, that probability of happening of E1, पहले तो E1 घटे, वो बॉक्स तो सिलेक्ट हो जिसमें वो रेड बॉल है, probability of selecting E1, and now that E1 has been selected, what is the probability of selecting A? Probability of selecting the box 1, and now and that you selected the box 1, you're trying to see the probability of A. This is conditional probability. This way. Or probability of selecting E2, and now that you have selected E2, you find out the occurrence of A, and dot, as many such options that can be. Very logical. See, earlier, bacha, what used to do? Simple probability. You had only one box, and from there you used to take out a ball. Now that ball can be present in any of the boxes, right? We will give some more examples and it will become slowly clear. Abhi Bayes theorem directly, I will not teach you Bayes theorem. I'll just go by examples and your logic will be clear. Is this thing clear to you? Let us take some more logic. You want to write this down? The total probability. Just draw this diagram and give yourself an understanding that if there is a sample space S and there is E1, E2, E3 as disjoint events. Okay, just take three events disjoint: E1, E2, E3 as disjoint events, and then you find a common event A which is circumpassing A, E1, E2, E3. You are trying to find out what is the occurrence total probability for the occurrence of A. हमें एक लाल बॉल से ही मतलब है, आप लाल बॉल ले आइए, लेकिन आप किसी भी एक बॉक्स में ही हाथ डाल सकते हैं। बात समझ में आ रहा है? अब इसको थोड़ा कॉम्प्लिकेट करेंगे और इजी हो जाएगा आपको। This is the theorem of total probability. And you yourself will understand where to apply conditional probability, where to apply Bayes theorem, and where to apply total probability. Did you understand this logic, bacha? And don't memorize this. How did I write it? Did you see? पहले E1 घटे, now that E1 घट गया, A घटे, या फिर E2 घटे, now that E2 घट गया, A घटे, like that. Okay, so let's see some more logic and try to see our I'll give you one example. I think this is one of a very, very interesting example. Okay, so it is something like this. Sorry. Give me a minute. Oh. Okay. This is a room. ये एग्जाम्पल एनसीईआरटी में नहीं है, पर ये आपको समझा देगा आराम से. And I've kept two refrigerators. Okay. This is fridge F, E, and this is fridge F. Fine. In this, we have two types of chocolates. Let's say we have 3 white chocolates and 4 dark chocolates. Here we have 2 white chocolates, 5 dark chocolates. Right. You are a person who has access to this room. Who has access to this room? And let's design type of problems. Okay. Number one problem is you enter this room and tell me, all okay? Tell me the probability of picking up a white chocolate from the fridge E. Something bit you or what? Because, okay. What is the probability of picking a white chocolate? See the language. The language will come like this. Probability of picking up a white chocolate from fridge E. Yes. This is simple probability, which you used to do so many days, right? So this is known as, this will, straight away it will come 3/7. ये तो आपको करना आता है, ठीक है? Now, you are entering into this room. Obviously, you are lazy. Why will you go to the further off fridge? You will always go and open the first fridge. So let us say that once you enter this room, you have choices now. Either you go here or you go here. Since this is nearby, we say that there is a 2/3 chance you will open this fridge. There is a 1/3 chance that you will open this fridge. Have you understood? Okay. We say one chocolate was picked. One chocolate was picked, right? And the chocolate was found, say the chocolate was found to be what do you call, red, oh sorry, dark. What is the probability that the chocolate was picked up from E? You already got a dark chocolate, so the given event is dark. Now since you have got the dark chocolate, what is the probability that it came from E? So you're trying to find out the probability of selecting E fridge to the condition that a dark chocolate was obtained. है ना? right? But if you try to see what is the probability of getting the dark chocolate from either of the fridge, then now try to see it from total probabilities perspective. If you try to see it from total probabilities perspective, what is the probability of getting a dark chocolate? Either the dark chocolate is picked from here, or the dark chocolate is picked from here. Have you understood? We are saying that what is the probability? Now see, this is the easiest way to understand Bayes theorem. Bayes theorem will ask you, find the probability, okay, one chocolate was picked and was found dark. Find the probability, that it was from fridge E. समझिए क्वेश्चन को समझने की कोशिश कीजिए. And now you'll go back to a grade 10 formula. Find the probability it came from fridge E. Now try to understand. हमें dark chocolate मिला, and the dark chocolate they are trying to ascertain that what is the probability that the dark chocolate came from E fridge. इसको अगर ब्रेक करें तो कैसा होगा? सबसे पहले मुझे E fridge खोलना पड़ेगा, and then pick out the dark one. Don't you think? That means the probability of picking fridge E, and now that you have already picked up fridge E, what is the probability of picking up a dark chocolate? Is it not something like total probabilities E1, and E1 घट गया तो A ढूंढने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. What was this is what favors you. What was the question asked to you? The question that was asked to you was, first try to understand the question. One chocolate has been picked by a person who entered this room. We don't know which fridge he opened, but we know that the chocolate is a dark chocolate. We want to find the probability that what is the probability the chocolate came out from fridge 1. So what is the definition of probability? Favorable by total number of possible option. So what is your favorable option? आपको एक डार्क चॉकलेट चाहिए और ई फ्रिज से चाहिए. इसके लिए पहले आप ई फ्रिज खोलेंगे, एंड क्योंकि ई खुल चुका है आप डार्क निकालेंगे. Don't you think so? And you are trying to find, so this is the same thing. You are trying to find out that you got a dark chocolate and you want to find out what is E divided by total number of possible option. डार्क चॉकलेट आने के कितने ऑप्शन हैं? एक तो ऑप्शन हो सकता है कि मैंने ई फ्रिज खोला, यस और नो, एंड क्योंकि मेरा ई फ्रिज खुल चुका है मैं उसमें से डार्क चॉकलेट निकालता हूं. और टोटल ऑप्शंस है, या तो मैं एफ फ्रिज खोलता हूं एंड बिकॉज मैंने एफ फ्रिज ऑलरेडी खोल लिया मैं वहां से डार्क चॉकलेट निकालता हूं. Is it not your grade 10 formula? Favorable option by total number of possible option. This is Bayes theorem. But its problems are very, very interesting. ऐसा सोचो, there are two boxes, red ball, blue ball, red ball, blue ball. One ball was picked at random. One box was picked at random, and a ball was picked. अब यहाँ पे what are the things they try to play? In this problem, I gave a biased probability between these two, right? Suppose my question was, one fridge was picked at random, then the probability of this is half, this is also half. One fridge was picked at random, what is the probability? And a chocolate was taken out which was found to be dark. What is the probability that the chocolate came out from fridge 1? Shall we see one problem and try to see this once again? Okay, let's see one problem. Okay, जैसे ये problem देखते हैं. Let's see this problem. एकदम आराम से. You all don't do. Just observe the problem first. You have a bag 1. This is bag 1, and this is bag 2. Bag 1 contains 3 red balls. Narrate me. It's 3 red balls, 4 black balls. And while bag 2 contains 5 red balls, 6 black balls. one ball is drawn from one of the bags and it is found it to be red. Okay, bag 1 and bag 2. In this such questions, it is understood that both the bags have a means you have a equal chances of picking up either of the two bags. So one ball is drawn at random from one of the boxes. This random word is very important. A random word बहुत important. One of the bags means Neha went inside. At random, she picked up a bag. We don't know, and she picked out one ball, and that ball was found to be red. Means say R is the event for a red ball. Yeah, and this is the given event. ये हो चुका है, ये हो चुका है. What is the probability it was picked from bag 2? तो इस बैग को हम A event नाम दे देते हैं और इस बैग को हम B event नाम दे देते हैं. Fine, right? Sorry, we are trying to find out that since red ball has already come, what is the probability that you have picked it up from B bag? Conditional probability. Is this much understood or not? Tell me. Right? We don't know any Bayes theorem. We'll just try our luck. Probability says favorable options divided by total number of possible options. Now don't think about the other black ball because the whole story is of red ball. How to get red ball? You tell me. Either you select A box and since you have already selected A box, you pull up a red ball. Right? Here we are applying denominator में क्या लग रहा है पता है? Theorem of total probability लग रहा है. Or you pick up B box and since you have already picked up B box, you try to find a red box. Total possible option. लेकिन आप कौन सा ढूंढ रहे हो? From bag 2 मैंने B, ये वाला आपका है ना, यही आपका फेवरेबल है ना. सैंपल में तो हमारा फेवरेबल भी घुसा रहेगा. In the sample, my wanted has to be within the sample. Na? This is like Indian Idol. One of the contestant who is the champion is also there on the stage on day 1. But just that you don't know he will be the champion. Right? So आपको ऊपर में जो फेवर करेगा उसको लिख लो. And if you have that problem, then since you're looking for this, I first want B fridge to come, B box to come out. And now that B has already come out, I'm trying to see what is R. Many people memorize it. पहले B होगा तो ये R बाद में सब गलत होगा. So go by logic. And let's see the answers now. Okay. So let's try to see the answer. Okay. Numerator PB. Tell me what is PB. PB is getting the bag half multiplied by this one. R stroke B. Red you are trying to find from bag B. 5 by 11, right? Divided by, let's go here. So this content will be there. Half into 5 by 11, ये तो रहेगा ही, है ना? Added with half into how much? 3 by 7. ठीक है? तो ये कितना हो गया? 5 by 22. Divided by, let's see this. This is 7 2s are 14 and 3 1s are 3. So you have 3 by 14 and on this side you have 5 by 22. So if you see 14 and 22 is LCM, how much do you get? 2 7s are 14, 2 11s are 22, right? So 11 7 77, 77 into 2, 2 7 14, 154, 154. So this is a 154 and with 154 you will be adding how much? This is 7 to 14. So 11 3, 33. And this is 11 to 22, 11 to 22. So 7, 7 5, 35. Okay. So your problem becomes 5 by 22 multiplied by 154 over 3 plus 5 is 8 and 3 plus 3 is 6. Everyone we can do this. And 2, 11, 22 and 2, 7, 14, 1, 14, 2, 7, 14, 11, 7, 77, 7, 5, 35, 35 by 68. Just check on the example. After Bayes theorem, there will be one example. This example should be there. Again, we'll see one total probability problem. Now how to decode? ये समझ में आया आपको? करेंगे और examples है. Don't worry, we'll do many examples. This is you have to do. Try to see this problem. Every problem is breaking up a story. Otherwise, this problem is interesting. How to know what type of problem this is? First of all, हमें थोड़ी बोल के आएगा ये Bayes theorem लगाओ. अब question समझते हैं. A person has taken up a construction job. So this is a person and he has taken up a job. Now, while he has taken up this job, the probability is that now there's a chance of happening a strike. There is a strike which is there. It's just like, say, a marriage party now during the Middle East war. There may be gas cylinder, there may not be gas cylinder. So when there is a strike, we also know no strike also can be there. Yes or no? And let's say strikes are represented by S and no strikes are by S prime. It says the probabilities are 0.65 that there will be a strike. So the probability of a strike is how much, beta? 0.65. That means the probability of no strike should be how much? 0.35. This much is understood? Okay. The probabilities are this and this will be completed. Okay. Now, a person has undertaken a construction job. The probabilities are 0.65 that there will be a strike. 0.80 that the construction will be completed on time if there is no strike. Okay. So, job completion here is 0.80. Okay. Job completion here is 0.80 and 0.32 if there is a strike. Now, don't just go by figures. Apply your common sense also. If there is no strike, always the probability of completion of job is higher. And these both are on time completion. Okay, so you should write on time. Right. So I write on time job completion as an event A. Now they are asking us determine the probability that the construction job will be completed on time. क्या आपको बोला है? Is there anything given here that now that the job was completed on time, what is the probability it was done during the strike period? They have not asked like this. They just told you what is the job completion on time. They are asking you the total probability of the job completion. और ये job दो तरह से complete हो सकता है, strike के दिनों में या बिना strike के दिनों में, है ना? तो अगर हम इसको वापस, if we try to see in our Venn diagram is something like this: strike, no strike, right? And your job is hovering over it. This is your job A. Yes, na? ये thought आना है आपको, because you can't fit formulas everywhere. My A can happen if there was strike. My A can happen if there was no strike. Because the question does not say, now that the job was completed on time, what is the probability that it happened during the strike period? Those questions are from Bayes theorem, where you try to pick up कोई चीज घट गया है. देखो condition probability में क्या था? Something has happened, then you find out this happened from this thing. What is the chances? In Bayes theorem, you say something has happened, and this can happen from blah blah blah. What is the chance it only happened from blah? है ना? Condition probability में 3 नहीं था, एक ही होता था. But in Bayes theorem में से 3 रहेगा, 4 रहेगा. तो आओ इसको करने की कोशिश करते हैं. My probability of completion of job, that is the total probability, will be कि सबसे पहले that the strike happens, and now that the strike has happened, what is the probability of happening of A? Agreed? Or the strike does not happen, and now that the strike did not happen, what is the probability of happening of A? So are you following it now? Okay. So the probability of strike is how much, beta? Strike chances are 0.65. So we can write this as 65 by 100 multiplied by, if the strike happens, what is the on-time job completion? They have already given here. This they have already given. So this is 32 by 100 plus strike does not happen, 35 by 100 multiplied by 80 by 100. तो पूरा प्रॉब्लम कितना हो जाएगा? 100 can be taken as the LCM, 100 into 100, 00, and then you do this 65 into 32, 65 into 32, 0.488. हाँ, करेक्ट आंसर है, वैसा ही होगा कुछ. This is also an example, 0.488. This is real interesting. इसमें कुछ HIV problems आते हैं. So very and this one, what is this? Applied maths. They have got one more interesting thing. I तो पीछे मत जा. I hope you have not forgotten. This test kits problems come a lot. This technique is used a lot to find out the accuracy of any test kit. Like say COVID. The probability of a test kit detecting somebody having COVID is say 95%. मतलब 5% तो गलत भी दिखाता है. In a sample of 100 people, today in the community, 70% are COVID positive. Try to understand, COVID positive. A test was done randomly on one person and he was declared negative. What is the probability that that person was actually COVID positive? That is dangerous, na? You are positive and you are being, and there if the probability is coming high, that means your test kits are not good. ऐसा problem इसमें आता है. Advanced maths में they'll come with pregnancy test kits. So the dangerous thing is the test kit detecting somebody pregnant, but the lady is actually not pregnant. ऐसे भी टेस्ट किट्स रहेगा. And this is a very very interesting problems बना के देते हैं. चलो एक और देखते हैं. Fine. Okay. Let's pick one more. Given 3 identical boxes. बच्चा identical boxes का मतलब क्या है? That it will be a 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. ठीक है ना? So I will just try to draw the problem. Obviously there has to be one person and the person will enter a room and the room is having 3 identical boxes. So let's make the 3 probability. ये box को पकड़ने का है 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. 3 identical boxes, 1, 2 and 3. This is box 1 which will be denoted by A, box 2 which I am denoting by B, and this is box 3 which I am denoting by C. Each containing 2 coins. Each containing 2 coins. In box 1, both coins are gold coins. In box 2, both are silver coins. And in box 3, there is 1 gold and 1 silver. Understood? You will only do. A person chooses a box at random. That means the problem is something like this. Person goes and first chooses the box at random. ठीक है बच्चा? And then takes out 1 coin. And then takes out 1 coin. If the coin is of gold, this coin came out of gold. Means this is your given incident. Now see, there's a catch here. Generally questions कैसा होगा? If this was from gold, what is the probability it came from box 1, box 2, box 3? ऐसा नहीं पूछ रहा है, वो और घुमा रहा है. What is the probability that the other coin in the box is also gold? In other way, he is asking, what is the probability that this gold coin came out from box A? ये समझ में आया? Did you understand this trick? So the person is saying that now that you have got a gold coin, what is the probability to get A? I stop here and I leave the problem to you to solve it. और एकदम grade 10 की तरह जाने का. मुझे क्या फेवर करता है? गोल्ड. कहां से? ए बॉक्स से। और गोल्ड आने के चांसेस कहां से है? फर्स्ट बॉक्स, थर्ड बॉक्स। अच्छा जोई, सी many people will try to do it like this. Conditional, the total probability here, the A or the gold ellipse is not hovering on this one. So this is out of your question. Have you understood? So in other ways, this problem is like this. We have three boxes out here, like these three boxes, but my event is hovering only on two. ये पार्ट करने का जरूरत ही नहीं है. This is zero. You can never get a gold from there. But while writing the formula, you can write, and you just write this portion as 0. Because anyway, you will be multiplying, na? 1/3 into the conditional part will become 0. First thing that children you should do is, you try to write the basic formula. So your basic formula will be probability of getting, and you have to write everything. Children, writing is very important. Let A be the event of selecting box 1. B be the event of selecting box 2, C be the event of selecting. चलो ये प्रॉब्लम करते हैं एक साथ. Let us. And no hanky panky, yeah, एकदम आराम से. So A box 1 is selected. B box 2 is selected. C box 3 is selected. G gold coin is selected. What do you have to find out, beta? To find, now that you have selected a gold coin, what is the probability it came from A? अच्छा, इसको करने के लिए कुछ डेटा आपके पास दिया हुआ है. गिवन P of A is 1/3, which is equal to P of B, which is equal to P of C. Clear? Now we can write P of A. सार्थक देख, कुछ याद करने का जरूरत नहीं है, मैं तो याद ही नहीं करता हूं. A के मिलने के चांसेस क्या हैं? पहले मैं बॉक्स, सॉरी, गोल्ड मिलने के चांसेस, पहले मैं बॉक्स A सिलेक्ट करूं, और क्योंकि मैंने A सिलेक्ट कर लिया, मैं वहां से गोल्ड निकालूं. ठीक है? या फिर मैं बॉक्स B सिलेक्ट करूं, एंड बिकॉज आई हैव सिलेक्टेड बॉक्स B, मैं गोल्ड निकालूं. सॉरी, गोल्ड इज G. नो, यू विल नॉट डू दैट. या फिर मैं बॉक्स C निकालूं. तुम अभी आज पहला बार सीख रहे हो, मैं इतना साल पढ़ा के भी नहीं स्किप कर रहा हूं. And in your next step, you should write whatever it is. So here we will write P of A, and here we will solve some more thing. What is P G stroke A? G stroke A, it is 1. What is P G stroke B? 0. What is P G stroke C? Half. So we go here. P of A is how much? 1/3. 1/3 into 1 plus 1/3 into 0 plus 1/3 into half. And what favors me? हमें क्या बोला? That it comes from box A. So now that you have A, okay, and you got the gold from here. 1 minute. Sorry. What is the probability of getting a gold coin? Okay. Gold coin. So here our answer will be P of A is how much? 1/3 multiplied by 1. So how much we are getting on numerator? 1/3, and on denominator we are getting 1/3 plus 1/6, which is 1/3 divided by 6. 1/3 and 1/6. 6 is the LCM. 2 plus 1 will become 6 is the LCM. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3/6 is half. So this is equal to 1/3 into 2/3. Answer can never be more than 1. 2/3 is the answer. ठीक है? वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग, मजा है. And this is actually studied with statistics. Once you do statistics, you get some data that you put in this, and then you get into something which is known as hypothetical testing.
After this step, what do we have to do?
हो गया तुम्हारा. This is the answer. This is what they've asked you. Probability that the gold coin came from a box which has both gold coins as 2/3.
What chapter will we go after?
Linear programming. That is operational research problem. That is also very interesting. उसके बाद धीरे धीरे तुम्हारे डेंजर्स में घुसेंगे. ये सब हाँ वो सब स्कोरिंग है. उसके बाद आप फंक्शंस कर लो, फिर इनवर्स ट्रिगोनोमेट्रिक फंक्शन कर लो सब, बिकॉज वंस दोज आर नॉट क्लियर you will not understand ABCD of calculus. ठीक है? आइए देखो, interesting problem. Suppose the reliability of that an HIV positive is the given event. This can come from infected. First you select infected and HIV positive, or you select non-infected and you select a HIV positive. Clear? This is the total one. And what you are trying to find out, what is your numerator? Your numerator is that you have got a HIV positive. Okay, you have got a HIV positive. What is the probability that the person, is HIV positive? That is what they have asked, right? Actually has HIV. So you have a HIV. So now our given is, so we have a HIV. That means that and you have to find out what is the, now that you have selected a HIV positive person, what is the probability that the person is infected? है ना? Start, no?
Yeah.
H is a HIV positive report. A is an infected person. B is a non-infected person. You have A category people, you have B category people. And the HIV positive report is hovering out here. A person has been handed a HIV positive report. That means the person has been handed a, H means a HIV positive report. What is the probability that he is actually HIV? Now that you have given, this is what we have to find out. Conditional probability as per Bayes theorem. आ जाओ, बेस को लिख लो, नीचे वाले पोर्शन को लिखो. ये होने के लिए क्या होना पड़ेगा? You are trying to, H is the event. For H event to happen, you should first pick up a infected person, yes or no? And now that you have actually picked up an infected person, what is the probability of getting a HIV positive report? Agreed? And that you pick up a non-infected person, and now that you picked up a non-infected person, what is the probability of getting a HIV report? And this is your favorable, an infected person, and since you picked up an infected person, what?
Yeah, it's totally.
H stroke B. That is H only. It actually overlapped in this manner. Yeah, H stroke B. This is what you have to find out. Keep this with you, and at home try to now decode each of values for PA, PB, PC. Doesn't matter. Look into the book, but try and give a short. ठीक है?